Lesson 13. Neighbor. Have you lived in your current living area for a long time? I have been living in my current residential since I was born, and I live in the capital of Vietnam, which is Hanoi, and I live with my family comprised my father, my mother, and my older sibling. What do you like about your current living area? Well, my there is a wealth of things that I like about my current living region, but maybe the one strike me most, that is there is a lot of restaurant, a vendor store, and it actually easy for us to fly a place to eat, and moreover there's a lot of public transport, and it is actually convenient for us if we need to go on the outskirts. What would you like to change about your area? Well, there is a lot of things. I think so, because I just mentioned one. That is, there is a lot of trash in the streets, because some people, I think they are lack of awareness, and they litter the streets, and maybe due to a lack of trash bin, but I think it also due to a lack of education. What are some changes in your area recently? Well, actually I don't mention about it. I think there is more and more tree, which is just tree, and more building which is put up in my city for the other resident who want to live in the capital. Where do you like to go in that area? Well, I spend almost my time in my university. Yes, and I think if I have my spare time, I will invite my friends or my family to go out and have the dinner at the restaurant or the street, or eat the street food. Yes, street food. How well do you know the people who live next door to you? Well, my neighbor is very, very friendly, and when we need the hand, and we need the help, they are willing to give us hand. And yes, how often do you see them? Well, actually I don't have time to stand by, but you stand by. No. Well, actually I just lay out in my bed, because of the hot weather. But sometimes when I go out and I meet my neighbor, so if I have free time, I will stand by and have a conversation with them and share about something that funny, or funny that can let our head out. What kinds of problems do people sometimes have with their neighbors? Well, I think there is a tons of problems, but I think the one that common is noise. You know, some neighbors have children and they are naughty, so sometimes they make irritating. Yes, and you know, moreover, some people, they in their family have some argument and they have a huge speak with each other, so it actually annoy. How do you think neighbors can help each other? Well, you know, I believe that good neighbors can be really supportive at times. Yes, and you know, I still live in my house since I was born. So yes, I also yes, and and actually I have the closest relationship with my neighborhood, and yes, and when we have some problem and we need some help, they are willing to give our hand.